Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Sunday, May the 19th, and welcome to our video commentary. One of the most interesting things about this presidential campaign, very early yet, but still some interesting stories unfolding. One of the most interesting things is the rise and fall of Beto O'Rourke, or Robert O'Rourke, whatever you want to call him. As you may remember, he did a great job last 2018. Ran a pretty interesting campaign, lost to Senator Cruz, either 52-48, 51-49, something like that. It was heck of a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, and a heck of a lot closer than I think that any other Democrat had run a campaign before for probably 30 years. So he did a great job, no question about it. Deserves a lot of credit for an amazing campaign here in Texas. Well, following that election, he became sort of the darling, if you will, of the Democrat Party, the darling of the media, and everybody just assumed that if he ran for president, well, he was just going to repeat what he did here in Texas. But it hasn't quite turned out that way. In fact, he's pretty much down in the polls. He's in low single digits, 5-6%, something like that. And in all fairness to Beto O'Rourke, the campaign has a long way to go, so we're not going to rule out anything at this stage of the campaign, but obviously this is not where he thought he would be at 5 or 6% in the polls. And the question is, what happened? What happened to Beto O'Rourke? I don't think anything happened. I mean, this is the same guy that we saw down here in Texas. The problem is, when he was down here in Texas, he was running against Ted Cruz. And frankly, the whole Democrat Party was focused on defeating Ted Cruz. So they gave him $80 million. He had tons of money, not just to put ads on TV, but also to register people. They did a tremendous job registering people and getting them to vote. And that's obviously a tremendous advantage, and he used it quite well. Now he's running in a primary where there's a lot of other people running. These are now Democrats he's running against, not Ted Cruz, and he's not doing that well. Now, part of the problem is Beto himself, who seems to be a little weird in some of the things that he does, like, taking us to see the dentist when he went to the dentist and stuff like that, that I think is just a little strange. This lady, Margaret Carlson, who writes for one of the Washington newspapers, I'm not sure which one right now, but she says that Beto reminds every woman of their worst boyfriend. Now, I don't know about that, but I do think the guy sometimes comes across a little strange and a little bit self-absorbed. And again, he got away with that in Texas because the media hated Ted Cruz so much that they pretty much all got behind Beto and overlooked a lot of these qualities. But now that he's running in a primary, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different ball game, to say the least. Now, again, I'm not suggesting that his career is over. He's still a young man, has lots of time ahead of him. But I think in retrospect, it was probably a mistake to run for president. What he should have done is maybe run for governor in Texas in 2024, or even run for the Senate in 2020. I think that would have been a much easier jump from him to go from the very successful campaign that he ran in 2018 to maybe trying it again in 2020 for Senate or 2024 for governor. But I think going all the way to the presidency has not helped him. And now I'm not sure what's going to happen with Beto. But you would think at some point he's going to have to pack it up and come back to Texas. Not the way he thought he'd be coming back, to say the least. Well, thank you for watching. We have all of these in YouTube. We have them on Twitter, and we have them on my blog. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.